Hey listeners, welcome to DarkBad Time. This is DarkBad TV's weekly podcast. Remember that you can get this podcast on iTunes and podcast services of your choice if you're using an Android device. Also, be sure to subscribe to us on youtube.com/DarkBadTV, where this podcast comes up every week, each Monday as a video version, if you don't want to listen to the audio file on the iTunes or the Androids. Yeah! Everybody, welcome to DarkBad Time, episode 8.
Oh, yes!
I'm a guy talking to you right now in your head, and my name is Indigo, alongside the curry with furries, Kito Shadow.
Did you just? Oh my god, that's the biggest reason to be furious yet.
But Kitcha, you are a furry.
Fuck you!
The curry furry.
Let's not brand that name.
And on the other end of the podcast, the award-winning science fiction author himself, Raid!
What's up?
How does it feel to win those awards all the time?
It feels really good since I'm so good at this shit. Come to my panel at Tuesday for this.
So, when will you invent a time machine?
When you stop being furious and destroy my plans for the time machine.
Damn it.
Oh my god, how's it hanging?
It's hanging pretty good. I'm not sick anymore, so I got that
that's
going.
A major improvement from last week.
Yeah.
Well, I made a video about Cat Marios. Naturally, I'm extra furious this week because rage games suck.
You did not come off as all that furious in that video.
Yeah.
I did expect a lot more rage.
Yeah, I if I made a let's play, you can believe me, I would be furious. I mean, I borrowed my little brother's computer when I played it, and he literally told me to chill because I sometimes bashed the keyboard because I was so furious.
That's why you borrowed his computer instead, so you wouldn't risk breaking your own.
Yep, that's why.
Good
Hey,
move.
little brother, I'm gonna need your computer. I'm gonna play a rage game, man. It might break.
He's like, why again? Take your own computer.
This is my 8th keyboard now.
And I'm like, more will come.
Get used to it, little bro.
It's Christmas soon, you can always wish for another one.
Didn't you get him Undertale for his birthday?
Yep, for my last money. I literally took my food money I have left and bought him Undertale, and he's like super happy and plays it all the time, and I have no food.
Man, you're so poor.
I am so poor.
That's why you're furious.
Damn, man.
That's why I'm furious.
The fury without curry. God, Undertale is supposed to be really good. I'm actually kind of surprised it's not nominated for Game of the Year this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fucking hyped right now.
Like, it is still, I think, number 3 highest rated PC game on Metacritic of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, like just below, I think, Elder Scrolls Oblivion and something else, like Guild Wars or something, I don't know. Half-Life maybe.
But the concept is awesome, and I'm so happy that this game is getting recognition. I mean,
yeah,
that wouldn't happen like 3 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle of the entire Call of Duty peak.
Yeah,
when,
yeah, exactly.
When the kids were all about shooters.
Yeah.
It's like the new is old and the old is new again. That's the everlasting cycle of things.
Yeah, I guess so, and I'm so happy. Let's ride the waves.
Yeah.
The
That. Okay. Oh, anyway, lots of news going on this week, guys. A lot of PlayStation news, actually. There's a lot of shit happening right now. Or rather, there's not a lot of, like, how should I put this? There's not a lot of interesting, like, things to consumers, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the industry right now. So, let's take a look at that. You want to get on with the news, or do you have any last words?
No last words except these. And that was our last words.
anticlimactic.
Those were my last words.
Famous last words.
You're like, I'm a man of few words.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's get on with the news.
Fair enough. So, first of all, number 1 on the news. Are you guys happy Wii U owners? The answer is no, usually, unless you're Kitcha. Kitcha, are you a happy Wii U owner? Or are you furious Wii U owner?
No, Wii U is the only time I'm happy.
Have you ever experienced any problems with your Wii U gamepad?
Absolutely not. I mean, the technology has worked flawlessly well.
Well, I know for a fact that a lot of people in the US have like had their gamepads break down on them because of their, I don't know, spilling booze on them, or I don't know.
That's kind of
Well, of
stupid,
course they
though.
will break down if it
Yeah.
spills shit on them.
Yeah, well, the thing is, from now or soon, you are able to purchase separate Wii U gamepads to your Wii U
Oh,
as
shit.
replacement if you're living in Japan.
Well,
Oh,
And don't
fucking course.
Yeah, it's Japan exclusive. And the best part is, don't even think about importing because those are region locked to the Japanese Wii
Jesus.
U's.
Oh my
Why
god.
even?
Why do you region lock your controllers? So fucked up.
How stupid can you be?
That's like, we don't want the Westerns to use their gamepads in case they break. I mean, Wii U is gonna get cheap soon anyways, so...
It's kind of like if Nintendo DS would, like the touchscreen of the DS would be made with different chemicals, like the actual plastic, depending on where in the world you lived, and only different regions' styluses would work on them.
Oh my god. So
Messed up, messed up.
stupid.
So, but that's the thing. So, if you go to Japan and get a brand new Japanese Wii U, you can also get a replacement gamepad.
Alright, good to know. I will probably not get one.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna come to the West?
Yes, I think. I think it will come like in 6 months or so.
Well,
Don't you
people
think
will
they-
complain about it, so
Yeah.
they'll probably
And-
eventually come out.
Yeah, and at the same time, I feel like in 6 months, sure, but like I'm kind of expecting the NX to hit in 6 months.
Yeah,
so...
I think that the Western part will go like, oh yeah, NX is coming soon. To celebrate, we're giving you the gamepad.
Yeah, apparently only the gamepad in Japan costs like an equivalent to like $120 or something. So,
Oh shit.
Wow.
yeah, that's one expensive controller.
Yeah, indeed. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Moral of the story is to never spill coffee and shit on your Wii pad.
Hey, I got a better idea. Don't get a Wii U.
Oh, you went there.
I'm just being honest, man.
Oh, I'm so gonna get Mario Maker. Holy crap.
Yeah, on the contrary to what I just said, I'm so stoked for us playing Mario Maker.
You're so full of shit.
But I'm not full of Mario Maker yet.
We'll just have to play at Kitcha's Wii U,
Yes. Yeah, I actually mentioned it, but
so we don't have to buy that piece of shit.
yeah, I'm gonna buy Mario Maker and make like crazy stages that you guys have to play when you're at my place, and then we're gonna
Ooh.
live stream everything.
That's gonna be awesome.
Like
super hard
let's play
stages.
to that. Yeah.
Forget Cat Mario. Now you have Kitcha's Mario stage.
Kitcha
Mario.
Maker.
Kitcha Maker.
Curry
Curry
Maker.
Super Koryo brothers.
India Maker.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh well. Moving on with the news number 2. This is one I did not see coming at all, but
Alright.
apparently, brace your pants.
Shit.
Apparently, a Demon Souls remastered might be coming to the PS4.
Oh shit! I did not see this coming.
I did not see it coming either, but apparently, here's what happened. The official, or at least one of the official Bloodborne Twitter accounts, just tweeted out a picture of a stack of games, which was like 2 copies, like from the bottom up, it was like 2 copies of Bloodborne, then it was a copy of the new Bloodborne, the Old Hunters edition, then another copy of Bloodborne Special Edition, and then a copy of Demon Souls on top. Nothing else. No text or anything.
Oh my god.
This happened like, I think yesterday, so, I mean, it doesn't confirm anything, but, man, it's intriguing.
Yeah, shit.
It
Did
would
you
be
ever play
awesome since
Demon
I
Souls?
didn't play through Demon Souls.
Yeah.
I just
I've
heard
never
that
even
it's
tried it.
very hard and that there's a boss who sucks your levels.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I've heard about that as well.
But
yeah.
that's just unfair.
That's like the ultimate douchebag boss.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my
isn't
God.
there, speaking of that, isn't there some Zelda game where there's an armor that drains your, like...
Rupees.
your
Yeah.
rupees
Yeah,
while
it's
you're wearing
Twilight
it?
Princess.
Yeah, but at least you have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not forced to wear that armor at any time.
That is so stupid.
Yeah, it's
The
like
funny thing about that armor is that when you run out of rupees, it turns like blue, if I remember correctly, and you walk like really slow, and you hear the like iron boot noise where you're like clunk, 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 clunk. And the most fun thing that I usually did when I ended Twilight Princess, when I did the boss, because now and then I'd like to do the boss fight over again.
Nice.
Is that the moment I'll finish the boss with the last hit, I'll equip that armor with no rupees, because then the cutscenes will play with the when he runs, and you know the last scene when he like runs to I think it was Zelda when she like collapses.
Yeah.
You immediately hear like. I laughed my ass off every time.
I did not know, but did you look this up or did you just accidentally do this?
I accidentally did this the first time because I equipped the armor, but then I suddenly ran out of rupees and I like, fuck it, I'm gonna just roll with this, and then I killed the boss.
Oh my lord.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, good stuff.
Back to Demon Souls, however, wasn't there one of the bosses from... wasn't one of the bosses in Bloodborne a remake of one of the bosses in Demon Souls?
Is that so?
I don't know, man.
Okay. I think it was the one in Bloodborne that's called... What the fuck's his name? The one Reborn. That you meet in the Unseen Village when you go there the second time.
Did I meet him?
Reborn.
Did you?
Yeah, you've been with me every time I've met a boss.
It's a guy when you go into the Unseen Village and...
Is it that weird-ass thing that drops from the moon?
Yes, and it turns the floor to like blood and shit, and then you have to run up to the sides, and there are like 3 witches on each side that you have to like cancel out before you kill them.
Yeah, I know which one you mean now.
Yeah, that entire boss fight is pretty much a remake of a boss from Demon Souls. Which was like also a big dude in the middle and having like, but it wasn't witches, it was like 3 archers on each side up there that you had to take out. That's cool. I'm hyped for that game. It's supposedly really hard, unlike the other Souls games. Wait, what?
But I heard that this game is supposed to be really broken, so I'm interested in if they will fix any of that.
It's not broken, it's just not very
optimized.
Yeah, I mean the other games are more like the other games are like built on what Demon Souls made, so they are obviously better. So like if you go back to Demon Souls now after having played Bloodborne and like Dark Souls 2 especially, Demon Souls feels very clunky, you know. It's kind of like playing like the first Mario Kart now when you're used to like, I don't know, Gran Turismo or something.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it would be interesting to see what they've done with the game.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens, I'm so gonna get that one.
Yeah.
Same.
Nice.
More rage for us.
Speaking of the Soul series, number 3, as I mentioned, Bloodborne: The Old Hunters is now out!
Alright! Have you gotten it yet?
I have not gotten it yet, but it's been getting great reviews. I think Game Trailers gave it like 9.2 or something.
Shit.
Like the DLC is better than most games these years.
Wow. That says something about something.
It says something about the games and that game in particular.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it either, but I'm planning to do it very, very soon.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I'm totally stoked for it. It's supposedly like 15 hours long, and there are a couple of bosses that are really cool.
Yeah. I've seen one of the bosses, like a little bit of footage from it.
Yeah, I've seen one of them as well.
Is it the first Vicar?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that was pretty
man,
cool.
that was it's awful.
But
I like the part when he like lost his lower part of the body and he like crawled around while erupting magma.
You
fucking Bloodborne.
That was pretty
so
cool.
Fucking gross, but so cool. But was this DLC the one where you could use the bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like
yes.
I think they're like
12 weapons.
There are a lot of new weapons. Like there are basically, I think there's like more weapons than in the actual game.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne has like, what is it, 7 or 8 weapons? So something like that. And this one has like many.
For me, who has only played like parts of Bloodborne and a very small part of Dark Souls 3, for me the best part about these games are the different weapons and finding out what's your favorite style. and
Oh,
finding
yeah,
your own
definitely.
like
Well,
play
they
style.
were very diverse with the weapons
Yeah.
and their secondary moves.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
oh my god, I'm definitely gonna play through Bloodborne sooner or later, probably later, but still.
The problem for me though is that like that goes for you too, Ray. But like since I've finished the actual campaign, when I go into the DLC, it's gonna be like the DLC, like the Old Hunters is already supposed to be pretty much harder than the actual game. And if I go there now, it's gonna be on a new game plus difficulty. So it's gonna be like
precisely,
way harder than it's even supposed to be.
Yeah, and we're both gonna be really rusty, so we're gonna get our ass handed to.
Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking of starting over, like maybe.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, but the thing is, I think that you have to like accomplish a lot of things in the game before you can enter that area. So.
Well, not really. You can go there right after fighting Vicar Amelia.
Oh, but it's still quite a way.
Oh yeah, but it's not like 100 hours, like especially now that you know how to play the game.
Well,
It's just
fair enough.
that I mean you can as long as you're able to beat Vicar Amelia, that's like the key to it, which is pretty hard early on. But it shouldn't be like impossible. Like basically what you have to do is you beat Vicar Amelia, and right behind her there's like a thing you have to touch to trigger a cutscene. Once that cutscene is triggered, there's like something you can pick up from the Hunter's Dream that takes you to the DLC place. Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But my question is, how do you get the bow and arrow? Can you like get that one instantly?
I have no idea. I think you're just able to buy it like later on, maybe. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know. I haven't looked up that much. Like, I'm trying to go on somewhat of a media blackout on this one. So, all I know is that it's set in, like, Nightmare Yarnum, and there's apparently blood everywhere.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well,
Sounds cool.
I'm like, since I'm a sucker for weapons in particular in games and diversity in weapons, I will, like, when I play Bloodborne, I will try to rush the bow and arrow, because... For example, in Last of Us, I mean, I used a bow and arrow all the friggin' time. It was like the only thing I used.
Bows and arrows are dope.
Yes, they are.
Too few games have them, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah, more games should. More games should.
Moving on with the news.
Yes.
Number 4. Are you ready for this one? This is a pretty sad one, but one that I personally don't really care about that much.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What's
my
happening?
body's ready.
Okay. The PlayStation Portable online store will be shutting down next year.
What?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well,
I totally missed this.
At least in Japan, for stars. But it's gonna be. It's coming. It's coming. The PSP's dead.
Oh dear god.
You
It's
actually
official.
scared me. Because it wasn't long before I got my Persona 4 Dancing All Night. It was like 2-3 weeks ago.
We're talking about the PSP, not the PSP.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If it would be the Vita, I would like be furious, like really,
Yeah.
really the
That would
fury.
be very early to like shut down an entire online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I should pay more attention. God damn it.
Yeah. But
Who
I
cares
was like,
about the PlayStation Plus store? do people even use that anymore?
The PSP, no, probably. Although my concern is, does that mean that PSP games that are on sale for the Vita are going as well?
no, I don't think so. I don't think
You
so.
don't
I
think
think it's the PSP exclusive store. But then again, this is a warning clock, because this will remind us that one day the Vita store will shut down, and the Vita store is dope. It's fucking great. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like we all know, the Vita is probably not gonna live for as long as the PSP.
yes.
I
So
hope it
like,
will last longer.
yeah, I'm sorry, Raid. I'm sorry.
My
I
I'm sorry
still
for
haven't
you.
filled out my 64 GB card.
Yeah, me neither. But my question is, I mean, you always get 2 copies of each game you buy digitally. So if my like Vita breaks and at the same time they close down the Vita store, will I be fucked for life?
I
Yeah,
think once the
that's
store
how
is
I feel
closed, you're
too.
not gonna be able to get your games again.
So the question is, should I, when they announce that the Vita store is closing down, buy another Vita or another memory card and back up all my games in that one?
It depends on how badly you want to play those Vita games, but maybe. I mean, unless you want to buy them all like retail.
I probably don't. I'm a sucker for digital games
Yeah.
right now.
Did you guys ever get the PSP Go or like even see that one?
I
Nah.
did see that one, like, what? And then I never got it.
Was it that one when you slide up the screen and you have...
Yeah.
Ah.
It actually, I think it looks like really awesome, like the design of the machine.
Yeah, what was the thing? I don't
slick.
remember anything with it.
Basically, you slide the screen up and it like reveals the button on
Like
the,
one of the older
underside.
phones.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it's only digital games as well. I think the design of that console is dope. And I've been like thinking about getting it, like just having for fun, because it looks so cool. But like if they close the online store now, like that machine will be literally useless. You can't
Yeah.
play physical games.
I feel so bad for those 3 kids in this world who got one.
Yeah, who only plays it like I'm gonna use my PSP Go forever.
Like, oh no, they're closing down.
Get wrecked!
Guess I have to get a fucking Vita now. Fuck my life.
When's the Vita Go gonna come out?
Vita, more like shit.
Shit, that's so uncreative.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Oh well. Speaking of PlayStation news that are happening in the world right now, did you hear about the unofficial PS4 remote play for the PC?
No.
No.
Okay, basically a few days ago, like I think like 3 days ago, some people who are not official Sony people announced that they have developed a super unofficial remote play app for the PS4 for the PC and Mac. Meaning that you could pretty much remote play your PS4 on your PC like they do with the Xbox One, except with the PS4.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
It is pretty cool.
Sounds
it's very
weird.
unofficial. Apparently what happened was, like, as I've come to understood, they pretty much took a PS Vita emulator and somehow got the PS4 connectivity in the Vita emulator to connect to the PS4 in real
Wow.
life.
That's
And
such a
then they
workaround.
Yeah, I know. It's such a weird thing. But here's where it gets interesting. The day after they announced that they had this unofficial app coming, Shuhei, if you're listening, hi, tweeted out that, hey, we're actually working on official remote play for the PC now, so,
Whoops.
Fair enough.
that came out of nowhere. So the real news is Sony are gonna do official remote play for the PC, which I'm not sure they were planning to do before this unofficial thing happened. And then Shuhei was like, "Holy guys, we gotta do this quick!
Gotta make some money out of this.
I'm gonna announce it on Twitter in like an hour. So just make it happen."
I can so see that.
Yeah, it's weird though that they would announce it before PSX. So.
But that's
But
because they were like pressured because this
probably.
happened.
Probably. It's
Yeah.
like E3, like before every E3, like the week before, there are usually more announcements than at the actual
Yeah.
E3.
I wonder if this is kind of planned. For example, those guys who actually came up with this unofficial thing, that they planned this before these events. I mean, it's a
maybe.
great way to bait the early announcements.
Yeah, I know for a fact that like before Fallout 4 was even a thing, I think it was at last year's PSX or whenever it was, like a while before E3, Fallout 4 wasn't even announced yet, and some people like put up a fake website called like Fallout4.com, like something like that. It looked super official. It wasn't. All it had was like the Fallout logo, like please stand by, and a countdown.
Yeah.
And like the countdown
yeah.
had like 3 days, 2 days, 1 day.
Yeah.
And their idea was that Bethesda would feel so awkward for having this fake website up that they would be like forced to actually announce it for real.
But what, was it really a fake website? I thought it was official.
Yeah, I also thought it was official. Lol.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much like they did pretty much the same thing when they actually announced it. But this was like way earlier, like like a year ago, probably.
Okay.
Huh.
So
Totally
they had
missed
that
out
one.
on that one.
Yeah, and when it finally hit 0, nothing happened. So
Whoops.
yeah, and then they like put up a disclaimer like, "Oh, we just wanted to make them announce it anyway," but okay.
It's good they admitted it.
Well, I know that people speculated that it may come pretty soon.
Yeah, well,
But nothing more than that. They were really good at not leaking stuff about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were actually. That's kind of impressive. Like most things leak way ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's kudos.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also because they didn't really care about the damage control. Like, oh, somebody put up a fake website. Well, who cares? Let us do our thing. They can do their thing. And I think that's a good way to think.
Yeah, that's totally the best thing to do.
Yeah. Don't be reactive, be proactive.
Quote Curry with Fury.
Oh, yeah.
True businessman.
What's more on the news list?
Well, thanks for asking, Mr. Kurisama.
Oh, yeah.
2K have said, and
Shit.
I quote, well, BioShock is definitely a permanent franchise, implying that there is gonna be another BioShock game coming soon.
Oh,
Maybe?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's kind of out of nowhere.
Nice. Current gen BioShock.
Yeah, I mean, the BioShock like remastered collection was kind of leaked like a few weeks ago. So I'm just assuming like they've gotta had like this game has gotta be like have been in the works for like a while now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Irrational Games shut down, the guys who actually made the BioShock games, like, a while ago, or kind of restructured, and Ken Levine went and did something entirely else. So I suppose a new BioShock game would not be directed by him, which is always weird, you know? It's like a new MGS without Kojima. It's
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It just feels a bit wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, where would they take BioShock next? Because, like, they've been under the water and they've been up in the skies. So, like, where would you go next in BioShock?
In the ground.
In
On the ground!
space!
Make it Fallout style.
Nice.
Maybe in, like, I could see, like, in the jungle or something. Like, a secret jungle city that nobody's, like, known about. Like, Atlantis or something like that.
Or in a volcano.
In a volcano.
Or actually, without kidding, as I said earlier, in space, because that's a thing nowadays.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
I don't want it to be in space. I can just see that.
I
think
guess,
it would
guess.
totally bum me out if they announced it to be in space.
Yeah. Totally.
Because it has this like old style technology, like kind of in Fallout 4, I guess, or at least the style of it. If you know what I mean.
I'm kind of, yeah. I mean, I think we've gotten pretty much enough of the kind of like steampunk 50s, but not in the 50s kind of futuristic games. With like, it was cool in the first BioShock, but then Fallout 3 came, and then BioShock Infinite came, and now Fallout 4. I'm like, I get it. The 50s are cool in the future, but like, can we do something else now? So I would definitely want to see something entirely different than BioShock.
But something like Atlantis style would be really cool, like...
Yeah, some kind of Aztec secret city or something.
Yeah.
Could be pretty cool.
Yeah, it could work a lot with it.
Inside the Stonehenge.
Or like a future... like taking place just in Stonehenge.
Yeah.
That would
Suddenly
be something entirely
Stonehenge
else.
is the docking station for some like space-related thing.
No!
Stonehenge open world. You can explore all of Stonehenge.
Stonehenge is a wormhole to space.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty cool though.
Yeah, it would. Maybe.
Pretty weird.
Maybe.
Oh shit.
Speaking of games that might be coming out, maybe Final Fantasy VI got a PG rating for PC a few days ago.
Oh.
Okay.
That's something that could be coming to the PC. Final Fantasy VI, super relevant game.
Lol.
Not really.
Lol.
No.
But like in what way? A remake? In the same way?
I'm assuming just a HD upgrade, like probably the same one that they released for the iOS like last year.
I'm so tired of them doing the old Final Fantasy games without really adding anything.
Yeah, because like, did you ever try Final Fantasy VI for the iPhone or iPad?
No. I just seen screenshots and like, nope.
Yeah, it's like, God, I don't even know what they do.
Is Final Fantasy VI the one with the Magitech
Yep.
thing?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And the crazy clown Kefka.
He's so cool. I love
Kefka's
him.
so awesome.
Yeah. like the best villain in Final Fantasy. But yeah,
He's one of the best villains of all time.
yeah, he's fucking great. But they should really stop cash milking all the old game. That makes me so sad.
I'm kind of tired of HD remakes.
I'm kind of tired of like HD remakes that aren't HD remakes.
Yeah.
Like, HD remakes of fucking 16-bit sprite-based games, and all they've
that's
done
not
is
even
like
HD remake. It's just
no. All they've done is like just make the sprites sharper. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like literally, but all the assets are the same pretty much. And everything. So
I mean, that 3D remakes of the old games, they were cool. They were fucking awesome. Of the third and fourth game.
Yeah, exactly. Like for the DS, I think.
Yeah, for the DS, I played through.
That was so cool.
I played through both of them. They were really good and immersive, and still kept the nostalgia in some weird, awesome way. But then they started with all the iOS games, and I'm like, is this where the future is heading? Yep, it's where the future is heading.
Welcome to the future. Did you ever play Final Fantasy? Did you play Final Fantasy VII for the iPhone though?
No, but I know that you can like raise all stats to maximum and bullshit.
Yeah. I'm actually super intrigued about that because what you can do is you can play Final Fantasy VII on the iPhone, and it has a setting which is called, I don't even know what it's called. It's like noob mode or something. I don't know. I think it's just called actually like story mode or something like that.
Yeah,
and what it is basically all your stats are maxed from start, and there are no random encounters at all. So all you have to fight are the bosses, and you are maxed out, so you will win every boss fight like pretty fast.
Well, if you just want the story, it's kind of a good
like,
feature.
Yeah, and like example, if I would do like a video on Final Fantasy VII, like talk about the game, I would definitely use that version, because then I wouldn't have to like fight 40 hours just to get to this one boss fight that I want footage of. Like I could just go there in like 3 hours maybe. And for me, like, I loved Final Fantasy VII the first time I played it. I've been wanting to play it again, but I'm fucking not really intrigued about doing all those boss battles again. So I might be getting this version and just doing that and just getting through the story again.
I guess. I'm just happy that it's not something mandatory, but something optional. I've always been that kind of guy that as long as it's optional, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds to diversity, and it adds to different kind of players available to enjoy the game.
Could you imagine though the outrage if that would be the only way to play the
game?
That's
what I imagine. If that would be the only way to play the game, I can imagine some people starting playing it like, hey, this is pretty cool.
And like, yeah, some kid plays it and like, this game is fun, but there's no action and the story is lame and the graphics sucks and Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Why can't I shoot? Oh god.
So this is cool, but how do I enter first person mode?
Jesus Christ. Oh well. You know what else is coming out that is pretty announced and pretty cool?
What's coming out?
The December PS Plus game!
Oh shit!
I'm very hyped about King's Quest.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is probably the best PS Plus lineup of all time, in my opinion. But as usual, I've seen a lot of people rage on the internet. But
of course,
basically, the games. Okay, so the games of December is for the PS4. We have, like you said, King's Quest, Chapter 1. Have you seen anything of that one?
Just screenshots.
I've just seen a brief like cinematic about it. The knight like running from a dragon.
Yeah,
or
all right,
dragon rather.
The dragon. Yeah, I checked some, I've always been a fan of, like, obviously adventure games, especially the classic LucasArts and Sierra games. King's Quest is a franchise I've always wanted to play, and this new reboot seems pretty awesome. I looked up some gameplay, and Jesus Christ, like, it's Telltale, but it looks more like it actually looks like you're playing an animated, like, Disney movie. Like, if Telltale, like, was made into a Disney... It's very hard to describe, but... It looks awesome.
Nice. I will definitely play that. Maybe even make a video about it. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'll have to do a video about all of them.
That is true. Also to the PS4 is the game that I'm ironically super hyped for, which is Gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
I immediately thought about you guys when I saw Gauntlet being on the PS4. I was like, oh shit.
I immediately thought about myself.
Me and Endigo, we have such a history with that game.
Yeah, like the original Gauntlet, like we played for a million hours probably.
Yeah, so many times.
And now Gauntlet for the PS4 is coming, which I've thought about getting anyway. And now, like, Jesus Christ, I just looked at a Let's Play a few days ago, and like I just saw the start screen, and it was like Gauntlet, and it was the same theme song as on the old PS2 game. Like,
oh my god.
I was like, yes,
like this medieval silly soundtrack. Oh my god,
yeah,
I love it.
Like the same song, and then like the guy starting the game, and like you have the 4 character slots, and he's just like a yellow warrior, and it's like welcome.
Oh,
I'm like yes.
We're so gonna play this. I mean, we are so gonna play this together.
Well, I guess it's kind of mythos for us to play it.
Yep, it's the biggest
totally.
mythos of mythoses.
Yeah, like Gauntlet is Diablo taking itself way too seriously. Like,
By the way, what's different about the Slayer edition?
I don't know. I'm just assuming it like adds some DLC or shit.
Yeah, well, I kind of think that too, but I just wondered if you guys knew about what kind of DLC it was.
I'm not sure.
No idea.
Maybe another character called the Slayer.
Like a class.
Maybe all the soundtrack is made by Slayer. I don't know.
Raining blood in Gauntlet.
Yeah. No, I think it's a class or
Welcome.
something.
Welcome, Red Slayer.
It's now Raid Slayer.
It's not Raid.
Six.
That's gonna be me in the game. Like,
but is it like, do you still have like friendly fire in attacks and stuff?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
I mean, not as much friendly fire as much as friendly annoyance.
Yeah.
Like you don't lose health when I hit you, but you like get stunned.
Yeah.
Like, that's
So good.
Because the old PS2 game had like, you could either have friendly fire off, or you could have shots hurt each other, or just shots stun each other. And that was always the best thing to do.
Yeah, stun is so good because you don't kill each other, you just fucking annoy the shit out of each other.
And you literally get like pushed back for a second when you get hit, like, so
you can troll each other, and then your super attacks like interact with the other players. Like one of them throws another player around like a pinball.
Yeah, like geez, like the best things are when like both of you are super low on health, and you like from the distance you open like a box far away, and the box contains just a little bit of food, and you're like, I need that food so bad, and you look to your friend, and he also needs the food so bad, so you both start running towards the food, like no, and then you start shooting each other, like trying to stun each other, both stun each other at the same time, so both like like trying to get to the food, and then eventually one of them picks up the other one and like just runs into the food. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh my god, this made me realize we will never finish that game. We will barely get past the first world.
I'm just having flashbacks of Spelunky.
Yeah, this is the same thing. This is the same
it's
thing.
It's the same kind of vibe to it, yeah.
Yeah, I
mean,
mostly thought about us trying to complete the game, but suddenly turning like sociopath mode and killing each other.
Yeah, what happened.
That is. I mean, yeah, actually, I mean, Spelunky is pretty much Gauntlet in 2D.
Yeah, but Gauntlet is like more subtle. I mean, you can't damage each other. You can just carefully plot your vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Gauntlet. It's Diablo 3, but silly. But without, it's Diablo 3, but silly without meaning to be silly.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like Diablo 3, but accidentally silly.
But it's like you said, Endigo, it takes itself way too serious.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
The Demon Lord Scorn has invaded these lands, and only you have the power to stop him.
And we're...
Welcome, brave warriors.
Fair enough.
It's not that epic.
It's not that epic. And there's also in this game, I checked the Let's Play, also in this game, like the old game, you have to find the shards and return them to the castle to banish another demon, who's not Skorne this time. He has some other Swedish name, like Rickard or something.
Of course.
It's like super silly.
Wow.
Or like, no, I think it was like Tyrfing or something. Like, the evil demon Tyrfing has invaded all lands.
Wow.
Brave warriors.
The evil demon Rolf.
Raffe.
Lasse.
Hasse med latt.
Shout out to Hasse med
In before Mullemek DLC.
Vajert. En kaviar-taxi. No, wait, that was the wrong way. Oh god. Oh shit.
Fuck
Anyway, so those are the PS Plus games coming to the PS4.
Oh yes.
Moving on the list, however, the PS3 is also getting some pretty
Oh
cool shit.
yeah.
So first of all, we have SSX. I think that's the
Snowboarding
the
game?
reboot. Yeah, the reboot of the entire series. The SSX
Nice.
games are so good.
Yeah, they're
especially-
fucking good.
Especially in these times of terrible Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5
Yeah.
games.
Did you
and
guys
shit.
play SSX Tricky?
A
little bit.
for the PS2.
I believe, but I played it on a GameCube.
Oh yeah, that's the same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
played. I think it was that one, or one of the ones for the PS2 that was supposed to be really good. Like there's like one of those for the PS2 has like 10s out of 10s everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that series is awesome, and the one for the PS3
Yeah.
is supposed to be awesome as well. So that one is coming for free, and we should play that one too. Actually,
We should.
Yeah, I kind of miss playing a cool snowboarding game.
Yeah, I haven't played them much, but I really enjoyed them the few times I tried them.
Yeah, I enjoyed
So
the hell
good.
out of SSX Tricky. And the soundtrack was pretty groovy too.
Although the best snowboarding game is cloud snowboarding in Final Fantasy VII.
I don't think.
No. The best snowboarding game is the snowboard sequence on Twilight Princess when you ride the ice sickle, or what do you call
The
it?
best snowboarding game is not a snowboarding game. It's anti-gravity, or what the heck it was called.
Okay, never mind. The best snowboarding sequence is the airplane sequence in Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh lord.
This is getting out of hand.
Speaking of that, by the way, I've got Sonic Riders for the PS2. Should I stream that one?
Yeah, you should stream that one, I guess.
Do it, and I would want to play it sometime.
It's supposed to be extremely broken.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, not
Because I
not
totally
broken, but
missed
just
out
very-
on that game.
Basically, it's supposed
Or
to be
those games, because it's like
not
two
not
of them.
broken, but it's supposed to be very, not very smartly programmed. Like,
Well,
Like
as long
the
as-
other new Sonic games.
yeah, but this one is like 15 years old. But I know for a fact that YouTuber Cat Icarus loves this one. Apparently, so apparently he was stuck with it for a whole summer. It was the only
Nice.
game he had. So he hated it for the first month, and then he like forced himself to get good at it. And now he's like super good at it. He's like, I love this game now.
Wow, that's so biased. You should definitely stream this. I mean, as long as it's not fucking Sonic Boom.
Don't worry about it. I would never stream Sonic Boom. You should stream Sonic Boom.
Oh no, I should not.
I would like, I don't know if I would watch that, because it would be funny to see you react to it, but the game is so bad.
It would be funny in the first 5 minutes, then it would just be bad.
Yeah, I would probably like turn it off like after 5 minutes of watching. Like, yeah, this was fun. I got better things to do.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
turn it down after 5 minutes. I would like, fuck this, no stream tonight, bye bye.
Like, just give me Bubsy 3D already.
I would rather stream Bubsy 3D than Sonic Boom.
Yeah, totally. That at least has some kind of entertainment value.
Yeah,
to
it has it. Wall.
Whoa. Like recurring topics each episode.
Every episode has 1 minute of Bubsy 3D.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh well. Moving on with the PS Plus lineup, we also on the PS3 has, and this is where things are starting to get really interesting. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yeah, and I'm totally hyped for that game, because I didn't actually check it out when it came out.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
God,
I
I
didn't.
played a little bit at my friend Anton's place. He got it for I think the PC. Was it on the PC? No, it must have been on the PS3. That game is so good. It's so good. Like it's fucking like it's still a Far Cry game. Like it's still open world and huge as fuck. But it's just stupid. The whole game is like colored in like neon colors, and it's like super futuristic with like Terminator robots walking around everywhere.
Wow.
And like it's like 80s pop music like playing constantly.
That actually sounds really fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean the whole game is like it's like if South Park made like a Far Cry game. It's like a parody of everything that was in the 80s.
Nice.
So good, so good.
That sounds better than the actual games.
Some people would argue, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
totally stoked for that one.
Yeah, but
Finally,
speaking of that, the Vita game.
oh yeah, here we go. So the PS Vita is getting, first of all, Rocket Birds hard-boiled
Wait,
chicken.
what the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have
And
no idea
also,
either.
it's getting Freedom Wars.
Oh yes,
Which is a game that I hyped many years ago, and then it came out, and I did not get it, but you two got it.
Yep.
But I did not get it, and now I get it for free.
Damn
So that's good. That's good. That's a game I wanted to play but
Yes.
never got. Now that I know.
I mean,
Apparently get anyway.
I played that so intensely when I got it. So many hours spent on it. It was so good.
It is. Yeah, like if for those who don't know, Freedom Wars is basically Monster Hunter meets Horizon Zero Dawn, but not as intriguing.
but more like God Eater, I think, more than Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter is kind of a like specific kind of gameplay.
Yeah, but it's still the Monster Hunter style of game.
Yeah, definitely.
But like it's very close to Horizon Zero Dawn. They even said that Horizon is very inspired by Freedom Wars. Which you can tell from like having all the points to hook onto and take down the enemies.
Yeah, which is basically what Freedom Wars is all about. Like, hook yourself on a big bad thing and bring
or
down
pull them
parts.
down and all that kind of shit.
Freedom Wars is totally a game that should get a PS4 remake or like a
Yeah.
remaster at least, or a sequel. Or
Yeah,
I would
sequel.
love it to be on PS4.
Yeah, like they do with Gravity Rush.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Have the remaster come out and like at the same time announce a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, because one thing with the Freedom Wars is that I love the game, but I really saw the flaws in it. It felt kinda incomplete and kinda lacking, and I think that a proper PS4 sequel could be the best game ever.
I would love for it to be a PS4 sequel, like really.
Yeah.
And I agree with you that the game felt pretty rushed and not like complete, because the controls felt just a little bit clunky.
Yeah, a little bit clunky, very hard to get used to. The story felt a little bit, could be better, you didn't really care too much about it. But also there weren't that many maps and it became kinda the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
So,
I can totally see it becoming like really big in some same way as Monster Hunter, like being a total standalone franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody's hyped for it. Like when it came out, like everybody who owned a PS Vita was like, yeah, and like it got very good grades everywhere. But what pretty much everybody said is what you said. Like the story didn't matter, and it mostly just got in the way. So
yeah, and I remember us two, Kitcha, being like totally into that game, and I got like stuck in the customization menu, like trying to make myself.
So
I remember
long.
that as well. You were like there for fucking hours.
Yeah, and like I went back to the customization because you unlock new stuff and you want to, and you can like save your look, so you can switch between different looks that you've created instantly. So that's a huge
really
part
cool.
of the game, actually.
What Panopticons did you guys fight for?
Sweden, Stockholm.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of taking something really stupid, like what's available, like maybe like Norway or something like that. Something that's just odd.
I want to remember that Norway was just below Stockholm in ratings.
Classic Digimon.
Yeah, totally. And like, I think China was in first place, lol.
Of course, all those fucking Chinese.
Yeah. Quantity before
Well, I think
quality.
the only thing the game lacked was like diversity in like enemies and maps, as you said, Kitcha. That was the only thing that was a big letdown, because every time you got a new quest or mission or whatever you would like to call it, I felt bummed out when it was like the same enemy every time with just different weapons on their shoulders.
Yeah, it felt like you have 5 different enemies and 5 different maps, and then different combinations and mishmashes.
Yeah, precisely.
So the creators of Freedom Wars, if you're hearing this, please amend.
Please
look
do,
at Monster Hunter, more different monsters.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I felt with Gravity Rush though as well. Like number one, like the first one was it was good, but it was very flawed. So I imagine that Freedom Wars doing the same thing, like releasing a game that is good but flawed, remastering it, and then putting out a Freedom Wars 2 for the PS4.
Yeah, I hope, because
like they do with Gravity Rush 2 now.
Yeah, as you're saying, it kind of follows a pattern. Gravity Rush was kind of lacking and flawed in many different aspects, even though the concept itself was kick-ass. So I really hope that Freedom Wars follows its example.
Yeah. Jesus, Freedom Wars and Gravity Rush, I think those two might be the PS Vitas. Like, how do you say? I think those two are the strongest games on the Vita, despite them being flawed. Do you know what I mean? Because they are like both AAA exclusive action adventures that are only on the PS Vita that are really good, but they are so flawed.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Like, and I think that's pretty much why the PS Vita is failing. I mean, not just why the Vita is failing, but the PS Vita doesn't have any games that actually sell the system that are like exclusive. Whatever games there are, like the Assassin's Creed one that is Vita exclusive, or it's available on PC now. Like all of them are sequels or spin-offs, and the only originals that I can think of are Gravity Rush and Freedom Wars, and I guess Soul Sacrifice, and all of them are flawed.
But I think that one huge problem actually is that the Vita is so Japan focused. I mean, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I looked at the top charts about the top selling games. I think that a Vita game, a JRPG, don't remember the name, was in the 10th place of best-selling game for that week, but only but it's only released in Japan, and there is no plans for a Western release. So the Japan sales made it top 10 in the world.
Yeah, I think that wasn't it Sword Art Online?
No, it was something else.
It had a very similar name though.
It was a unique name, but it looked kind of Sword Art Online-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand why you said Sword Art Online, because that game is like popping up everywhere on the PlayStation Store when I check my Vita.
Yeah, but that game
that game is also one of the like best-selling ones like worldwide on the Vita.
Yeah, I mean it has spawned.
If not the best-selling Vita game.
I mean it has an awesome kick-ass anime and all the. It's a franchise.
Wait a second, Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Never mind.
What?
The beginning was awesome in Sword Art Online, but I didn't like the second season. It started kind of cool, but it just ended bad.
I haven't seen the second season.
I haven't seen anything of the anime. All I know is people hype the anime a lot, but the game is supposed to be pretty bad. And
it's pretty bad. It's the first episodes are very promising, but they like speed run the whole thing, and like every episode ends up like being, and he joined this guild and did this, and like, what the fuck, that could been like really good episodes, but instead you like fast forward to some really bad shit. And the ending was like really cringy.
Well, I've heard many different opinions about the
I'm not the mainstream
anime
media.
But I'm more intrigued for the game. I want to try the game out.
I mostly only heard very positive things about the anime, but the game has gotten pretty bad reviews everywhere. So I'm kind of holding back on that one.
Also the game is played out in the second season, so I'm more reluctant to play the game.
Yeah, well, I have no idea. I do not follow the anime.
I guess I'll have to check it out, but I probably won't play it.
Who knows? But my point is that, which I was trying to get to, that
I don't care about your point, Kitcha.
Fuck you.
Japan is
nice.
Yeah, that
Japan
there are
is
so
weird.
many Japan-centered games. I mean, like, let's say Danganronpa. It's like it's a game that made it to the Western scene, kinda. It's still kind of obscure. I mean, compared to all the mainstream games, not that many
it's
people.
so good.
know, but Danganronpa, it's so good. And I don't know. I think that if the Vita would like break itself outside of Japan in a better way, it would be much more recognized.
The problem is no Western people support the Vita anymore. Neither consumers nor developers.
Yeah, and also
nobody gives a fuck about.
Speaking of Japanese games, there's also like, I believe, a monopoly on those freaking games, because like Danganronpa made it, but there's also a lot of games, as you mentioned, like God Eater. It's also a Monster Hunter type game, but it like never sees the light of day here. It's like it's always the like third last version or something that comes out. Like,
which was the last Monster Hunter game that came out for a Sony console here? Like Freedom 2
I
for
think
the PSP
it
or
was
something.
probably Freedom or God Eater.
Because all the other ones have been for Nintendo,
I think. But the thing is, like, Japan got like Rage Burst 2 or something with like some different mode thingies, but that, like, I think it never saw the light of day here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, however, like, you gotta kind of like think of it a bit like in the bigger picture, because we talk about Danganronpa as like, well, that's an example of one of the Japanese franchises that have actually made it over here. I'm actually looking at the VG charts now. Do you want to know how well those games have sold?
How well?
Okay, so just speaking from the first one, because that was the big hit, Danganronpa number 1. In Japan, it sold 150,000 units, which is nothing.
impressive
Yeah.
at all.
In Europe, Danganronpa has sold 50,000 units in the whole Europe, and in America it sold 90,000. Danganronpa has sold 300,000 units globally in total.
And that
is nothing.
That's shocking, actually.
That is so like
But-
I like trust me, Bubsy 3D sold like 10 times that much.
but
well,
but
I guess the
goddamn
game
Bubsy
style is
3D.
pretty hard boiled. So,
But that's kind of my point, because if you it's a shame I don't remember the title of that game, the JRPG that made it in the top 10, but the units sold wasn't that much as well.
Yeah.
So it seems like generally the Japanese sales aren't that great with video games, even when they make charts, and even the top selling games aren't that well selling. Maybe the most top selling games are selling lots of units, but most of the games don't get that many sales, and that's kind of weird.
Yep.
yeah, it's
That
pretty
makes
sad.
games that are popular in Japan, that some of us Westerns want, that makes the whole thing kind of confusing and awkward, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like I'm looking at VG charts right now. The best selling game for the PS Vita is Uncharted, obviously.
Yeah.
With a global 1.53 million units. That is not much.
No, that's terrible.
In comparison, Fallout 4 sold that in half a day.
Yeah.
And that's been out since 2011.
Yeah, and that's the problem, because the Vita is really successful in Japan, but being successful in Japan with video games doesn't mean anything anymore, because like, I remember the creators of the Tales game saying like, if this Tales game sells about 200,000 units, that's good, then we can consider bringing another one to the Western scene. And that
200,000 is nothing.
that's
So,
nothing.
like even Undertale has fucking sold more than that, and nobody cares about Undertale despite the game being so good. So
Yeah, it's like only Tumblr caring about Undertale, and that makes me so sad, because the Vita is successful, but it's successful in the wrong context, so nobody cares.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the niche market who gets the Vita, they love it, we love it, I love it, but nobody cares about it. Like,
Yeah.
really. So, like, Jesus Christ. Okay, back to VG charts. There are only 6 games on the PS Vita that has actually sold more than 1 million copies.
That's so scary. Which games are it?
So number 1 is Uncharted with 1.5 million. Then it's Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified with 1.3 million. That game is supposed to be terrible. It got like, I think IGN gave like 3 out of 10 or something.
So
Wow.
people just bought it because it's Call of Duty.
Yeah, and it was also bundled with the Vita Slim.
Oh.
The other game that was bundled with the Vita Slim is Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, which is also number 3, selling also 1.3 million.
Of course.
That game is supposed to be decent, but like worse than the other Assassin's Creed games, but like better than most games on the Vita, sadly.
Sad
number
face.
number 4 is Little Big Planet with 1.2 million, which is fine. Like that is very good. Like,
Yeah.
many people argue that is actually the best Little Big Planet game. Number 5 is Minecraft. No surprise. Still kind of a surprise since the game was released last year. So, then again, it's Minecraft, so you know it's huge
it's
wherever it
Minecraft.
gets.
Yeah.
However, what's interesting to me is that game was never bundled with the PS Vita, yet it's selling that much. All
Yeah.
of these other games have
Well,
been bundled.
Minecraft is Minecraft.
Oh
Yeah, Minecraft is Minecraft, and I mean the Vita is so good control-wise, so it's kind of convenient to play stuff on it. So I guess
Yeah.
that people want to migrate to something convenient when playing Minecraft.
Well, can you guess what the last one selling in more than 1 million is?
Oh dear God, what's the last one?
Any ideas?
I'm pretty blank in my head right now, so I don't I don't know what I.
It's gonna be obvious once you hear it.
Oh wait, let me think for a few more seconds. Oh dear God. No, I have no idea.
Persona 4 Golden.
Oh,
of course.
Now
But
I feel
that's
so
because-
stupid.
Yeah, but because you mentioned all these mainstream titles, I was kind of reluctant to mention anything JRPG related.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Persona 4 Golden is like obviously not the best selling, but it is the best game on the Vita. Like,
Yeah.
everybody always says that. I think it was even nominated for Game of the Year when it came out.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So like it's not like it's not too obvious, I guess, but like with the Vita library, like there's not much competition.
Yeah.
The rest of the list are just random fucking shit, like Rayman Origins, Hot Shots Golf, and like I don't even
like
know.
fucking hell. But that,
Killzone is there. Freedom Wars is number 11 actually. Borderlands 2. So yeah.
but that also it makes me happy. Of course, it makes me really happy because Persona is fucking kick-ass. But that's also it's a remake of a PS2 game, beating the crap out of Freedom Wars and Gravity Rush.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Even Minecraft is beating Persona 4, and Minecraft is like a fucking indie game, and like the Vita version isn't even the full experience. So it's like it's as big as the PS3 version, and those levels are kind of small.
Yeah, and like I mean, every night, like 20 minutes before falling asleep, I pick up my Vita and play Steins Gate. Am I the only one doing that?
Well, it's kind
let
of
me
like
check that for
reading
you.
a book, I guess. So it's pretty
Steins
awesome.
Gate has globally sold 60,000 units.
Oh my god.
Well,
So
Kitcha,
sad.
I think we should just be like really grateful for NIS America, the publishers, for like putting up with these sales and like
for
giving
actually
us these
bringing-
awesome games.
Yeah, like here
Okay.
we pity you guys. Take it.
Thank
Okay,
you
the
guys. You're
The
in
very
our hearts.
worst selling game on the Vita that is still ranked. You want to know what game it is?
Yeah, shoot.
What game?
It is Rear Fellas Red or Another. I have never
What
heard
the
of it.
fuck? The fuck did you just say?
I'm not even sure anymore.
I
I
was like,
hoped you would say something like Dragonfin Soup or
or like a Bubsy 3D Vita edition that nobody heard about.
Trust me, Dragonfin Soup is probably gonna be way higher because of a PS Plus. Oh my god, you want to know what is one of the worst selling games though? With less than 10,000 units globally.
Whoa,
What?
Less than 10,000. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend.
Oh shit.
That is where the Vita is at.
I feel like there was like distributed shots against me because I love Blaze Blue.
Yeah, actually,
The thing is, Blaze Blue isn't like that popular on the handheld consoles.
Yeah, but it's crossplay with the PS3, so I can still see there being some kind of market
Well,
for it. Like,
the thing is, like, people are very like picky when it comes to the controllers, especially me because I play on the arcade stick, and a lot of people that like are interested in fighting games at least play on a pad. It feels really weird to play on a Vita. I actually tried my friend's Blaze Blue on the I think it was the Vita too, and it felt like really weird. It's playable, but it's odd to play.
I used to play a bit of Tekken on the PSP, and I thought that was fine, but then again, I'm not a very competitive player, so...
Yeah, I think for competitive players, it's a nightmare to play those kind of games on a handheld. I mean, I can imagine. For my part, I'm not a competitive fighting game player, so I love playing fighting games on handheld. I mean, like, playing Super Smash on 3DS was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, and also there's another thing that you should probably think about. It's that these games that come on the Vita probably has a lot less sales because they probably come out like way late than the original games. From
Yeah,
like
that's
PS3
probably
and
very
PS4.
true.
So it's not unusual that they will get pretty low sales because people already got it on.
to get sales on Vita.
I can imagine people like getting the game just to try stuff out on the go.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did actually with Vita. Like, I got it bundled with, I think, I don't even remember, Uncharted or something like that. And I just got a few games and I was like, yeah, this is cool, I guess. But
No.
there are a lot of games I own on the Vita that I don't actually play. I even got, like, I got GTA Vice City, and when I bought it, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, GTA on the way. Play like 3 missions. I was like, this is cool in theory, but let's go back to Spelunky now.
Yeah.
Well, I
And that's
got some
also-
games in the action pack, and I haven't played like half of them.
Yeah, same here. And I also think that has been a problem that has snowballed into a problem. Like, you have too many games on the Vita. I can't understand people saying there are no games on the Vita. On the contrary,
There are all the games on the Vita.
yeah, there are so.
Yeah.
I mean, have these guys taken a look at the store? I mean,
They haven't. That's why they are full of shit.
Yeah, because there are so many fucking games. I mean, I have literally like over 30-40 digital games, still counting with the PS Plus every month, and I haven't played through half of them, and I'm so intrigued by some of them. But I've also tried some games, and as you said, Endigo, they're good in theory, but it feels that people don't really put that much heart into Vita games, at least nowadays.
I think it's kind of the opposite. I mean, I think a lot of the games are good, but it's more on the consumer end that we are oversaturated with shit. Like I have let's see, how many games do I have on my Vita right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 15 games on my Vita right now in my hand, and all of these games are so good, but I only play like 2 or 3 of them, and like everything is oversaturated. Like I have 15 games, I can't play 15 games, and I've got even more on the PlayStation Store that I want to play that is really good. But I can't play it all, and this also competes with like my other free time, like playing on the consoles, and also like just taking up my phone and watching YouTube and social media. Like all of that kind of stuff competes for the same time. So like, when would I find the time to play GTA on my Vita when I
exactly
watch Facebook at the same hour, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm on you with this point, and I'm feeling the same way. I'm like overly saturated with games. Like mentioning all these like open world big games that's come this year. I'm like, my head is like full of. I don't know how to have time with all of the games.
But the thing is, I agree with the point, but for my sake, I'm making a point of focusing on one game at a time, which has actually led to me not being that much oversaturated. Like with a Vita, I have so many games, but I'm really focusing on Steins Gate right now. I'm not opening any of the other games, and I don't play that many games on the PS4 right now, except GTA Online with you guys, because I want to focus at one game at a time. It makes me so much more involved and indulged, and I think that people has kind of forgotten that you can actually play one game at a time.
I also think that it's a question of what's popular nowadays, because people want to be like play catch up with whatever other people has been playing. So if the Vita isn't popular in the like mainstream media, people won't play it.
Yeah,
that's true.
So that's
an extremely valid point. Actually, people want to play, like you said, people want to play what people play, and that's a blessing and a curse. And I actually talked about that on Just Business last week, that like old games aren't worse just because they're older. Like good games don't stop being good games once they're not the freshest game. Like right now, like I mentioned before, I'm kind of torn on whether I should play Fallout 4 or The Witcher 3 next. And honestly, in my hearts of hearts, I probably want to play The Witcher 3 more. But like I'm probably gonna be picking up Fallout 4 anyway because it's newer, you know. So that's probably what is gonna happen, even though deep down I know I actually just want to play The Witcher 3, like starting out, because I haven't played either.
You want to hear my opinion?
Both. Yeah, sure.
Play Fallout, not Fallout 4. Play Witcher 3.
Play Fallout, not Fallout. Play Witcher.
No, but because seriously, people are like praising Fallout 4 a lot, but I enjoy the Witcher 3 story much more.
Pretty much everybody on the interwebs are saying like Witcher 3 pretty much only got 9.5s and 10s everywhere, and Fallout is getting a lot of 8s from like people say it's a very good game, but like the graphics are not up to date and it's super buggy.
And also it's just another Fallout game.
Yeah, and compared to
like,
The Witcher,
you're not missing
like,
a lot.
Yeah, and apparently Witcher is Skyrim but way better, and Fallout is Skyrim but worse with guns. So so I'm like, do I want to play a better
Amen
or worse
to
Skyrim?
that.
Yeah. And also I'm like I like the post-apocalyptic like kind of theme of Fallout, but high fantasy for me is like where it's at. So
yeah.
But despite all that, it's probably gonna be Fallout that I eventually pick up, because people like to play what other people play, including me.
Yeah.
So
you just follow trends. But I agree, it's in
too.
human nature to follow trends. I mean, that's how we are programmed, the most of us.
Yeah.
For my part, I mean, since I play League of Legends, I kinda get that trend fix just by logging in every day and play a match. And then I can like, oh yeah, I played League of Legends, I have my trend fix, now I can go and play like Cat Mario. And that's so nice, because with games like League of Legends or like Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft 2, all of these competitive MOBAs or RTS games, you can like, you don't have to spend thousands of hours if you don't want to. You can like play 1 hour every day, and then you can like play other games without feeling oversaturated, and that's kind of nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I play Phantom Pain, and that's why I'm still only at mission fucking 15 or
Well, I
what.
guess we other mortals have made the mistake of just like binge playing it and like turning our brains into spaghetti.
Yeah, I mean, I binge played it, and my brain is spaghetti, still on rehab, right?
Well, my brain is like spaghetti from Fallout 4, so
I can
Yeah, well,
imagine.
I
The
kinda
struggle
did it
is
with
real.
Bloodborne, so mine was like demon spaghetti for a while. I'm
Well,
big spaghetti.
my brain is gonna turn blood spaghetti soon.
Yeah,
Braghetti.
but like I don't.
Spaghetti.
I actually controversial with today's standards. I don't like binge playing. I mean, I binge play the MGS because I'm a huge MGS fan, but otherwise, I get like headache from playing the same game more than 3 hours. Whether we're speaking one of these new big games or like League of Legends or Cat Mario for that matter, even though you have to sit for 5 goddamn hours to beat a stage and fucking.
I mean, 3 hours for me is binging. Like, I can't do any more than that. Otherwise, I'm like usually I play for an hour.
Yeah.
But like when we play GTA Online, like this last week, we do it for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
That is binging for me. Like after that, I'm like, ah.
Yeah,
you know?
that's also a lot for me. I mean, 3 hours, you literally indulge yourself a lot in that game. But comparing that to like what we all are doing with Fallout and MGS and everything, like binging 6, 7, 8, 10, maybe 10 hours a day.
Dude, I could never do that.
Talk about me on that point. I remember like Metal Gear Solid 4. I binge played through that game in one sitting. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Really?
I started playing midnight and I ended the game like 12 o'clock lunch next day. I'm not even kidding.
I do Telltales episodes like in 2 sittings each pretty much, and they are like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I gotta do something else now. This is good, but I gotta do something else.
Yeah, I think that Endigo is the one with the least attention span when it comes to this, and I think that Ray, you're the most hardcore.
Well, I guess I'm the most hardcore and most insane person when it comes to games of us three.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, the thing is with Metal Gear Solid 4 was that it actually felt like me marathoning a movie franchise more than playing a long ass game.
I mean, for me, when it comes to binging, it's not as much like he just said with attention span. It's more like I feel worthless if I sit on my couch play a video games for too many hours.
You tend
I'm
to
like,
do that.
Yeah, I'm like I'm not contributing to society enough. Now I gotta work for 6 hours.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
actually
for
felt
me,
the same.
This is
way.
getting me nowhere towards my dreams. I'm just eating snacks. Like I just I get those feelings every day when I play for like more than 2 hours. I gotta go do something for humanity.
The thing is, for my part, then it's only the attention span, because I feel that when I'm playing a game without purpose, but when I'm playing, like, let's say I'm playing Cat Mario to make my video or anything like that, it's like then I have a purpose with it. Or the same with League of Legends. I really feel that I'm getting better at a game I really want to do something with, but my attention span tells me otherwise. After like 1 or 2 hours, I can't concentrate on the game, so I have to like go and do something else, like a YouTube video or something.
Like the best thing for me to do is when I'm rendering a video, especially when I'm doing a big video that takes like if I'm rendering something in 4K, that usually takes like 4 or 5 hours. So that legitimately gives me 4 or 5 hours off. So that's when I like get time to play something like Broken Age for 5 hours, because then I literally can't work for 5 hours. I'm like, fine, I'll do it now.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, I'm playing rhythm games on my way to work and stuff.
The question is, are you binging them?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh my god, I got
almost
really...
binged Project Diva, I think, but...
Oh shit. But I actually got really intrigued by the Persona rhythm game that you made a video about, because I didn't look that up that much, but then I watched your video and like, this looks good.
Yeah, I've been intrigued about it since E3 this year, actually. I left a comment on that video, which you haven't replied to, you piece of shit, but I basically asked you, do I have to had played Persona 4 before I play this one?
Okay, I guess I'll answer that question here and now. You can definitely play the game without playing Persona 4 Golden or Persona 4. The thing is, there's a lot of like a lot of things that happen that like set the emotions and bonds between the characters that like
a lot of context that I'm
yeah,
gonna miss.
context, not really like having a lot of jokes or anything that's like, oh, you should have totally gotten these things, but it's like you get the character a lot more and you understand why they are like so passionate about certain things. But
So it's kind of like playing Digimon World 5 without having seen Digimon World Season 5 first.
I guess
So everybody's like, what the fuck?
yeah, but anyhow, it's like a totally new story, but you will get more. Like
Alright.
the whole thing with the shadows and personas, it will be like very weird.
I have
I
not
guess.
played this rhythm game, but I think that sounds like a bad idea actually, because my my prejudice is that this game kinda lives on fan service. I mean, it's well made, but still, it builds on the fact that you love these characters, and I wouldn't see the point if I
got
didn't
a real good
play
point there.
Persona
I
4.
didn't think about that.
Yeah, so I don't think that Endigo would enjoy this game. I think if he played this, he would see it as a rhythm game and nothing
Yeah.
more, and
Yeah,
compare it
that's
with
pretty
other
much what I
rhythm
would.
games.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
I
And
don't
I think
recommend
that,
it.
but I'm not really that interested in the story of it since I haven't actually played Persona. I'm just interested in the rhythm game part.
Exactly.
And you know,
Well-
I'm a big rhythm game player, so you know.
Well, then I think Project Diva is more fitting for you.
I can so not see Endigo play Project Diva.
The gameplay of that one though seems very interesting.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've checked it out a couple of times. I even saw it on your PS Vita back when we were down at your place.
Yeah.
The gameplay looks really good in that one as well.
Yeah, the only thing is if you enjoy like Vocaloid music, that's like the only catch.
If we're just speaking personalities, I can so not see that. I imagine us being at a party and we're like, yeah, this is awesome. Hey, Andy, what are you doing? And then Andy goes sitting in a corner with his Vita, like, wait a minute, I'm at the best part.
I'm all about the gameplay. I don't really care about the song though, so it's probably gonna be fine.
Yeah, and also
Nice.
to be honest, Project Diva has more songs than Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Okay. How many songs are there in the Persona game?
I don't think I have unlocked all the songs, but it's like about 10, 15 songs.
10, 15 songs.
Yeah.
Okay. For the record, Guitar Hero Live got pretty much super good reviews everywhere. They all said like the gameplay is 10 out of 10, but we are not gonna grade it any higher than 8 out of 10 because the game only contains 42 songs.
That's crazy.
Like Guitar Hero 3 had, I think, 78 songs, and even that game got a little bit flamed.
Yeah.
They're like,
But
"Yeah,
that's
mine's
because
me.
that's because I mean, in Guitar Hero you have like it's gameplay focused, but in this Persona, I always forget the name of this game, but in the rhythm game, you like they have dance moves. You can like see the characters dancing, and you can see like unique visuals to every song. That's why there are
but let's
less
be real.
stages, and
You're not
that's
gonna
why
focus on the visuals because you will like not hit the notes.
Yeah, but
that is a pretty very stupid way of making a rhythm game though. Like let's make this music game have fewer songs and instead make visuals you can
That's
see.
exactly
Yay.
why I'm not recommending this to you, Endigo, because this is fan service. I mean, that's the point. They're having. I mean, obviously they talked about should we have more songs? Nah, bro. We're only making this for the Persona fans. They will love when
We don't need songs in this music game.
I mean, why do we need songs? We have Izanagi or whatever that Persona was called coming down with a guitar and like slaying some notes. I mean, everybody will love that if they have played Persona, and that's all we care about. And that's why I won't recommend this game, even though I haven't played it myself, to anyone who has not played Persona 4. Bam! Furious opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
legit
probably gonna
opinion.
play Persona 4 one day, but despite that, I probably won't play this afterwards anyway.
Okay, I'm just
By
gonna
the
tell
sound
you
of it.
one thing too. If you can't binge play, don't play Persona 4.
Okay.
I agree.
Because
I agree
it will
with
be a
that.
project over like 3 years when you will like.
But that
end the
is a game like since it's on the Vita, it's fine. I mean, I'm playing Rainbow Moon, and I've like that game is like the story is like 240 hours or something.
Indigo,
so...
you don't understand. The game takes place in 1 year, and you play every day.
Yep.
Yeah, but like
Days
how long
aren't like really long, and you have like some filler days that are like really short, and you skip some. But the game is like really big.
Okay, I'm gonna look at howlongtobeat.com for Persona 4. Let's see
Expect
here.
at least like 80 hours.
But that also depends
Main story
on...
is 69 hours if you just do the main story. And if you do main story plus extra, it's 85. And the completionist is 142 hours.
Fair enough.
What does it say for Rainbow Moon?
Rainbow Moon is main story 74 and a half hours. Completionist is 148 hours. No, main plus... Yeah, Rainbow Moon is bigger. With that said, I haven't actually gotten anywhere with Rainbow Moon. Despite having played that one in like half a year.
Yeah, I like saw you last time when you played. I'm like, cool, where are you now? And you're like, oh, I got my second character.
Yeah, like that game is huge. And the thing is, there's not really story in that one. It's just gameplay. Which is really good. It is really good for me. Like, I prefer my RPGs having rather good story than good gameplay. But this game is a game I only play when I'm traveling, so I don't have to remember what happened in the story. I can just kind of play.
That's
which is
nice.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics without story.
But then you should definitely not play Persona, because if you take a pause from it, you're fucked.
Yeah, I actually dropped Final Fantasy 6 because I took too long of a break.
Yeah,
from
and
it, so.
Persona is worse. It really, really builds on your relationships with everyone and what you've said and stuff.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get back into.
Yeah, I mean, I was halfway through it, and I took a half year of pause, and now I can't go back to it. It's impossible. Rest in peace. I will never be done with it.
We'll see what happens. Games are fun.
Yeah.
With that said, maybe it's time to round off. This is, as usual, being our longest episode yet.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Always beating the scores.
Before we go, I have a few cool announcements to make, and that is that this Thursday, December the 3rd, there's gonna be the annual Game Awards taking place, which I'm super stoked for. And apparently, they have promised 10 world exclusives at least at this at the Game Awards. So that's gonna be cool. One of them we know for sure is gonna be the the gameplay reveal of Far Cry Primal is coming.
Shit.
During the Game Awards, and that I'm super stoked for.
Yeah,
fucking hype for that game.
Yeah. Nice.
Last year they had the gameplay reveal for Zelda Wii U on the Game Awards, so that was cool. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Also, this weekend, the December 5th through 6th, probably on the eve of Saturday the 5th, we're gonna be also having PSX coming same week. A lot of shit happening. So probably that weekend, the evening of Saturday, we're gonna have the press conference that Sony's gonna be holding.
Nice.
And that's gonna be where shit goes down.
Yeah.
God, I'm hyped. There's so much coming. So at least 2 press conferences to watch this week, dear viewers. So go watch those things. Might be streaming some reactions to it on DarkBad TV. We'll see. Maybe.
Damn it, we're gonna have so much to talk about in future podcasts.
Oh yeah, like next episode is gonna be whack. Yeah. With that said, I'm gonna bring back an old segment where I do my predictions, because I have a few predictions for the PSX conference.
Shit.
Oh,
are you ready to hear this?
Yeah.
All right, so my prediction for PSX coming up. During the press conference, we will get release dates for and pricing for PlayStation VR. Bam.
Oh
100%.
shit.
Also, we will get a actual release date for No Man's Sky, with maybe a more gameplay, and also we will get the definitive answer and news regarding the PS2 games on the PS4, maybe even PS1 games, and we are finally gonna see name changes to the PSN coming. All of this press conference.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, please. I don't want to be named Ushiromiya_Ren anymore.
I do not want to be called Indigo Blowfish anymore.
Indigo Blowfish is better than Ushiromiya Ren.
I guess maybe not. I'm not sure.
At least they know who you are.
Yeah, well, that is true. It's fucking what is Seiki called? I think he's called like Philosophy.
Yeah, Philosophy.
Like that's like makes no sense.
Yeah, like Indigo Blowfish and Philosophy together with Ushiromiya Ren.
Yeah, when I played GTA last night, it was Indigo Blowfish and his friends Philosophy and Ushiromiya Ren driving in a car. I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah, so name change, please. This is one of those predictions I really hope you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might be, I'm definitely gonna be right on one of those points at least.
That's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say, "Oh goddamn, I'm right."
Yeah, I'm not too sure this time though, but I know I'm gonna be right on some of those.
The confident Endigo.
Confidential.
Confidential.
Oh, she. Well, a good podcast, everybody.
Yeah, good
And,
podcast, good talk.
Any last words for the viewers?
I really want pizza, but I don't have the money.
I had pizza yesterday, so I'm pretty satisfied.
Fuck
I've got a lot of money, but I don't want any pizza. So, by our powers combined,
We have no pizza.
and no money. That's a way to look at the cup half empty.
Pessimist, javist.
Pessimist, javist. Oh god.
God.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And we didn't take any listener questions this week. Don't worry about it.
Nope, we
keep sending them, and
didn't
we'll
have
take
time.
them next week. Don't worry about it.
Next week.
Next week we're probably gonna be full of things
Shit.
from the Game Awards. Full of shit. Till then, remember to subscribe everywhere, and bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye
stay
bye.
Bye.
Bye.